Good morning. This is Kathy Peck of Tea and Stamps, and this is the first time I've made a full card making video in over a year. I'm coming to you from my new home in Alabama. We moved from Texas last July, and I've been busy unpacking boxes for the last 10 months. Anyway, today I want to make a card using this particular layout. When I first saw this layout, I wasn't too sure about it, but I've made a few cards with it, and I really, really like it. But let me show you what paper we're using. This is a new paper called Wildly Flowering from the catalog, the new catalog, the 24-25, and this is just a picture of it. That is so pretty. Let me show you all the sheets because I pulled them all out. These are gorgeous. This has Moody Mauve in it and Misty Moonlight and Wild Wheat colors. Gorgeous paper. I love it. I love the big, bold designs. And this has like a, can you see that? It's like a linen texture, or linen pattern, no texture. And this is the one we'll be using for today's card. It has a nice blue background with that pattern on it. Here's another one with the background is Wild Wheat, and on here is the Moody Mauve with like bleached out images. This one is gorgeous. I'm not sure what type of flower this is supposed to be. I'm thinking it could be, I don't know. I'm not going to guess. It's just gorgeous. I just really like it. There it is again. The bleached background. And then this big one. It's gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Alrighty, so let's get into it. I'm keeping this simple. Very simple. Like I said, this has all the measurements here, and all I did was I added a few layers, and I'll show you those here. Okie dokie. Okay, so we're going to start with a Moody Mauve card base, which is 11 and a quarter, or excuse me, 11 by 4 and a quarter, scored at 5.5. And then our first layer is going to be Crumb Cake. That's the additional layer, 5 1/8 by 3 7/8. On top of that is a 5 by 3 3/4 layer. This is that pretty paper, but we're going to use this side. Then I have a 3, I wrote it on the back here because, you know, my memory is not the greatest. 2 5/8 by 3 1/8 layer. And that's Crumb Cake. And then this one is 2 1/2 by, oh wait a minute. This is 2 5/8 by 3 1/8, and this is 2 1/2 by 3, and this is 1 by 3 for the sentiment layer. There. And the stamp set is the one that goes with this paper. It's called Wildflower Designs. And I'm going to use this thank you right here. So this is pretty. It comes, you can get the whole suite with the paper, dies, and a few other things. I don't know what. I'll put all the details in the blog post, but yeah, this is gorgeous. Alrighty, so let's go. Let's get to gluing, and then we'll add a stamp, and we'll add some little itty bitty. These are gorgeous. These are textured. I don't know if you can see the texture on there. Let me take them out of the packaging. Might be easier. Yeah, there you go. It has a little texture on it. Would be better if I held it directly under the camera instead of off to the side, but yeah, there it is. Alright, so here we go. I like to glue the layers together and then put them on the card base, and just a little bit of glue. You don't need a lot. You can even use your Stampin' Seal. I like to use more glue than Stampin' Seal, but I do a little bit of both sometimes, especially if I'm making a journal. And my glue's clogged. Of course it is. Let me try my other one. So, yep. Okay, they're both clogged. I should have checked the glue before I started. But you know what this is? This is what you see is what you get. No editing here. I don't have time for that. So, the new catalog is gorgeous. It's different. It's full of education. Lots of good tips, and there's even sketches in there. So if you don't have a catalog, if you would like a catalog, just contact me. I'm happy to send you one, no charge. Here we go. Then I'll put this layer on here, which is important because since the top layer is going to go up to meet the top of the card, I want to go ahead and put these 2 layers on first. Ask me how I know, because I had to do a little trimming the first time I made the card. Okay, so that goes on here. The first time I used this sketch was in I have a little mystery card challenge group, and what I do every week is myself or my partner in the group, we post some measurements of a card, and the mystery is we give you all the measurements of the papers, if they should be DSP or cardstock, and then the mystery is what you come up with the measurements provided. It's been pretty good. It's just kind of to get people into card making, using what they have to make a card. Now here's a little trick. Oh, where did it go? I think this is it. Yeah. I learned this from Bourbon Creek Crafts. She does this with all her cards. When she has multiple layers and she's offsetting one, she'll add a little extra strip of cardstock or whatever just to give it some support so it doesn't like flop over. So I'm gonna take this tiny piece of cardstock right here and just stick it at the tippy top of this. Fix it so you can't see it. Let it get stuck on there real good. And then just glue everything in place. Stick a little glue on that. You don't need a lot of this Tombow. It really holds well. See? All right, there it is. Let me see if that looks centered. Good enough. All right, so that's the basics for the card. Now I'm going to add a little sentiment. I'm going to stamp it directly onto here using my Memento ink. I already have it set up in my little mini Misty. And I'm using the You've Been on My Mind stamp. I really like that script. What do you think? That's really very nice. So let's pop it in here. Oh, and if you're seeing me up in the corner, that's something new for me. I've decided I'd show my face a little bit. Now I've got 2 cameras set up, and I use the Logitech Capture to go with it, so I have my face over here. And don't mind my bed head. This is early in the morning, and I just got up and decided I wanted to do this. This was not pre-planned at all. All right, so this video and card will show up on my blog sometime later today, if not tomorrow. I have a busy day. I need to get some yard work done. All right, I already had it set up in my Misty. I like the mini Misty for little quick stamps like this, and when I'm doing it freehand, I need some help because sometimes I don't always get these stamps in the right place, or lately everything's been coming out crooked that I just do by hand. Alright, that's good. And my cat's wandering around here. Hopefully she won't start chewing on my feet. Okay, I'm going to keep this fairly flat so that it'll be good for mailing. I could have stamped that a little bit better, but it's fine. It looks like handwriting. You know, sometimes your ink is good in spots and not some spots and not in others. Okay, and I'm going to stick this on here. Oh, my glue is so persnickety. All I want is a little bit of glue to put this on here. There we go. Yuck. Guess I had some yuckies in there. Needed to come out. There we go. Alright, I'm going to stick this, let's see, yeah, in accordance with the layout, which I followed. Usually I don't follow the layout exactly. It kind of goes up here. There we go. Looks nice. So I'm thinking now I probably would have rather put crumb cake on that. Let me see. I might redo it. Let me redo it because I'm not liking that very much. All right, stand by. I'm gonna find some paper, and here's some crumb cake, and it is a little short, but I can cut it out. I think I might like it on crumb cake better, and maybe pop it up because you know sometimes you just have to pop things up. You can't help it. And again, this is 3 by 1. I like that one better than. Here we go. Get it stamped again. Oh, where'd I put my Misty's over here? I always put things the wrong way all the time. Or somewhere else, and I'm like, oh, I can't find it. But it's age related. I can't find things. Alright, here we go. I didn't like how that came out. Oops, that's not going to work. One more time. Have patience, everyone. We'll get through this. All right, one more time. I'm hoping tomorrow we'll go to the beach because the weather has been really, really nice and temperatures have been high, and well, I could use a little sun. And I love the beach, and I'm going to take advantage of it while we're living here. Because where we're at, we're 8 miles from the Gulf of Mexico. It's just a straight drive down to Gulf Shores. Yeah, I'm liking that better. Okay, here we go. And I think I will pop it up or add a little something to it. You know how sometimes you just change your mind, but that's okay. Yep, I'm liking that better. All right, so I'm gonna just stick it directly to it on top of that glue. The nice thing about Tombow is it dries. Has a semi-permanent quality to it if you let it dry on its own, or so it takes a while to dry, so it stays sticky for a while. So I can put this down here. Where are you at, kitty cat? She's in the window. She likes to look at the lizards. Alright, I'm going to add some of these cute little dots. This is such a nice card layout. It's, if you have classes, if you have this would be great for a class. If you have a lot of materials you'd like to use up, this would be good for batch card making. I'm going to use this for this layout for one of my swaps I'm doing. There you go. That's it. That's my little card for today. I don't think it's too bad, but let me show you 2 others that I made for my little mystery group. This is my little card folio. When I make new cards that I need to put online to share later, I pop them in one of these, and this holds about 12 cards. Here's the first one. I use that retired Let's Go Fishing or whatever it is dies, and this is the stepped up version of it. So there you go. That's it. I hope you'll give this sketch a try. I found it on Pinterest. I will put it in on my page, save it on my Pinterest page so that if anybody wants to pick up a copy of it, they can. Measurements are easy. And like I said, all I did was I just added 1/8 of an inch here. So the first layer is 3 7/8 by 5 1/8, and then another 1/8 here. So 2 5/8 by 4 1/8. So there you go. Alrighty, thank you for watching. Have an awesome day. And if you make one of these, let me know. You can leave a comment in my on the YouTube video or in my blog, wherever you want. All right, thanks. Bye. How do I turn this off? There we go.